it can match it even better. Because to me, it depends on what Nigerians want. If they want the continuation of this clueless administration, then it is the choice of Nigerians. But certainly, they have seen the...
President Bola Tinubu, we vote him, we work for him, and we are to drop him. We are dropping him before 12 o'clock is gone. He is gone. He's not coming back. If he like, let him put Wiki as a chairman of ANEC. Let him put secretary to ANEC, Omahi again. Those his boys, those his era boy. It's a lie. He's not coming back.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, something shocking has just come out of Nigeria's political space. A top northern political leader has openly described the Tinubu administration as clueless and is vowing to bring it down in 2027 with the backing of a strong southerner. Now, listen carefully. This is not just political talk. This is a clear declaration of war against the current government. The leader revealed that his party has zoned the 2027 presidential ticket to the south, a move designed to rally Nigerians around one powerful candidate who can take on Tinubu head on. And here is where it gets even more explosive. He admitted that the PDP learned a bitter lesson from 2023, saying the presidency is not about imposition but about consensus. That is why the opposition is now pushing for a Southern Christian presidential candidate paired with a strong Northern Muslim running mate to counter what they call the failure of Tinubu's administration. But that's not all. Names are already being whispered. Former President Goodluck Jonathan, Peter Obi, and even sitting Southern governors are being quietly counted behind the scenes. The Northern leader made it clear. Conversations are happening, alliances are forming, and the goal is simple: unite Nigerians and present a marketable candidate strong enough to remove Tinubu from power. In his words, the Tinubu administration has failed and Nigerians must be given a choice, either to continue with this so-called clueless administration or embrace new leadership that promises good governance and equity. Guys, this is no ordinary statement. The opposition is clearly mobilizing, and 2027 may turn into the fiercest political battle Nigeria has ever seen. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
What was going on your mind? Because you, was it that you were overpowered amongst others in that meeting? Because your influence as the chair of the governors forum, one will imagine that the party for the first time is zoning the presidential ticket, and now to the south. I thought you were one of those who have fought to throw it open as you did in 2023.
Yes, Shewon, life is always a learning process. When we did in 2023, it was not a pleasant experience, and that was why we lost the election. And I discovered, to my surprise, that presidency is a consensus phenomenon. It's something that people come together. You cannot impose yourself on anybody or any group. In spite of my leadership position, I am leading a group of equals, and of course, we have to change the trajectory of leadership recruitment in a manner that we build consensus, create unity, and set aside our personal interests in a manner that we can give the Nigerian people a new political space that brings people that are adequately brought together in a manner that we take decision that will give leadership to somebody who knows that this leadership is just like an extension, like a delegation. And of course, when my party decided that we would zone this to the south, I had no qualms because I knew it is for the common good and it is not about our personal interest, since we knew we learned our lesson from the mistake we made in the past.
So you wanted to be president. You've had you've been nursing this ambition. That's a fact, isn't it?
Yes.
At what point did you now jettison that idea?
I jettisoned that idea upon the point we decided to say that all of us are equal, and we have so many eminently qualified people who are not even opportuned to be within the ring of our group, that is a group of governors, people outside who are not even governors, who are bureaucrats and technocrats, and they may have more experience and knowledge of leadership. And so we should leave this thing open, and by the time we took decision, we must go by it. But whoever emerges should know that he is doing it on our behalf. That's why I said it is a delegation of responsibility of people of like minds, and our party should do something different to show that we are different from the rest. not a party that brings people who are just grandstanding and who feel that they are larger than life, that it is even a favor for them to lead, that it is their own maternal or whatever rights for them to continue to lead in the country, where we have 250 million people. We have agitated youth who are very knowledgeable and they know global best practice. They are driven by knowledge, experience, and of course, global best practice. So we decided as governors at this time and epoch to change the trajectory of leadership recruitment in a manner that we build consensus around us and open the space for the best to emerge. And of course, we knew that this is the time when a Southerner is a president, and of course he's just gone for 4 years, and of course the second tenure would be assumed to be his. So if we are contesting, we needed somebody very strong or stronger than him from the South to give him a fight for his life, because the government on the day is not working very well. And so we have to seize the opportunity to make sure that we provide or present a credible candidate that is marketable. Already the situation is germane for us to take over power, and we need to navigate very cautiously and intelligently.
Confirm for us, Governor Mohammed, tonight. We understand that the game plan is very clear, that one of your own and yourself are the pair your party is putting forward. That Seyi Makinde is the presidential candidate, while Bala Mohammed is the vice presidential candidate, and that is the game plan.
No,
is that what you are planning?
No, that's not what we are planning. You see, Seyi, I have learned this thing because I have worked closely with the president when I was the minister of FCT. When we came back in 2011 and formed a government, the president must be given opportunity to choose his vice. I am not withdrawing because I want to prepare myself for vice presidency. Of course, if it is within the senses of judgment of our party leaders and the presidential candidate to choose me, I'm ready. But certainly, if I'm not given, I have said it to the public today, I'm ready to give whoever the party or the presidential candidate would emerge from the South to bring somebody if he is better than me. The issue is to win election. Who is acceptable in the North? Who has really stepped out and the North know him in such a manner that he will represent them? So if there are better candidates, of course, there are so many positions in the presidency. We are changing the narrative in a manner that we don't want to be like those we are accusing who are always presenting themselves, sometimes even becoming postural in their quest for self-actualization in terms of looking for opportunity to step out as presidential candidate. I am not one of those, but certainly if Seyi or any other person emerges, I will give my maximum support for the person to become president. But me and Seyi, we have never discussed the issue of pairing, but we have mentioned the issue of taking over power by the grace of God so that we can give Nigerians the opportunity of good governance in 2027 and upward.
I mean, I'm talking to a second-time governor, a former federal lawmaker, a former minister. So I'm talking to a politician who knows his onions, isn't it? And but what do you think about that pairing? For those who are already flying that kite in your party, who says it's Seyi Makinde Bala Mohammed ticket for 2027 for PDP. For a moment, how do you think that could work? Do you think that can match the Bola Tinubu Kashim Shettima ticket?
It can match it even better, because to me, it depends on what Nigerians want. If they want the continuation of this clueless administration, then it is the choice of Nigerians. But certainly they have seen the pedigree, the capacity of Seyi and my humble self, both at the subnational level and what we are doing to ensure that we ooze the tension within the system in terms of mode of emergence. And of course, it is not only Seyi that is there. There are so many people that may even come up. And there are so many people that can be good vice president. What we are saying that this time around, if Nigerians are selling this option, they should be given the opportunity. But of course, there are so many options that maybe you don't want to mention, and I don't want to mention that people are talking in terms of pairing. But it is all these narratives that will go into the consciousness or the senses of judgment of our party people to say, or even the presidential candidate when he emerges, that this is the person. What I want to say, we have not absolutely chosen or narrowed down on any person. Everybody should know that PDP is open. It's open in a manner that it is for the Southerners to bring somebody. And I said with all humility, we don't want to make the mistake of the APC. We need a Christian from the South to emerge as a presidential candidate so that he will lead the majority of Christian Southerners to come and pick a majority Muslim vice president in the North, not to put ourselves in the cul-de-sac the way Amana APC did in 2023, where they picked a minority from the North, from the South, and they had to take a majority person from the North, which brought the issue of North Muslim ticket, which did not take into cognizance our diversity and our different people's feelings, because we have not really reached a stage where we don't take consideration of all these factors.
I understand that it was at the caucus, the governor's caucus meeting, the governor's forum meeting, that the idea of zoning to the south first emerged from. It was the idea of the governors, isn't it?
It was the ideas of the governors, because we have always been networking, we have been meeting, not even from there, from the meetings we have been having in terms of peer review mechanism. We came from Zamfara, and from Zamfara we discussed extensively the state of the nation and the need to close rank and to do things without, so that we, as a position, will not give opportunity for the main party with the shenanigans and the open style of leadership of the current administration, where they don't really accommodate opposition. We will not even give them the opportunity to rout us. So the better we come together and pick somebody within ourselves or outside that will do it. He is under the notice that if he's not the one, definitely he will give the way. And he has been very remarkable in terms of teamwork that we have established as governors, the small number that we are. And you can see most of us are on the same page.
The Zamfara agenda, which now culminated into the ratification of the NEC meeting. The Southern, and that's the first time in the history of the PDP that the party will microzone the presidential ticket. And you look at it, Governor Mohammed, there are those who, and that has thrown up a few names. For example, former President Goodluck Jonathan. And there are those who are warning your party that if you dare that, or if you try it, you are putting and pushing yourself in a very tough legal constitutional conundrum. Is your party actively thinking of bringing back Goodluck Jonathan, considering the Section 1373 of the Constitution and the amendment to the Constitution has signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari? Maybe a lot of people are not aware of that alteration to the Constitution.
Yes, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm a politician. And I know that we are looking for people with pedigree, people that are loved. President Jonathan had been blackmailed by all these parsimonies, those information that he was this and that. And at the end of the day today, he is the most celebrated politician today. And of course, in Nigeria, having seen that at least during his time, most of the issues that have to do with improvement of the quality of life of Nigerians have been very good and excellent compared to what is today. And of course, all those issues that he was accused of, they were mere just political blackmail. And of course, even at that time, he was going for what is presumed to be third term, because he would have been sworn in thrice if he had won. And so the court gave judgment on that issue that he has been clear to run, and clearly he ran and lost. And so whatever amendment that is coming thereafter, to me as a layman and a politician, it will not have retrospective effect, because the law is not an us. People should not think that laws are just provided to shut somebody from exercising his or her universal suffrage, especially when there is an existing judgment on that issue. But this should be left to the court. I don't think the political opportunists on the other side should use this to stop somebody who is better in terms of candidacy, in terms of pedigree from running. But certainly, President Jonathan is one of the candidates we are thinking if he joins us and comes and opens his mind to run. And even other people like Governor Obi, because if he decides to come to a better platform where there is no encumbrances, he will be given the opportunity too. There are others.
Are you courting him? Are you courting Obi?
Am I what?
Are you governors of the PDP courting him? Are you asking him to come? Are you talking to him actively? Is that conversation active?
No, we are. Yes, we are. But certainly he has not. That is President Jonathan. He's not the only person.
No, I'm talking about Peter Obi now. Peter Obi, are you talking
Have you not seen him in Have you not seen him in Bauchi several times? Have you not seen him with me? He's my brother, my friend. And of course, he's one of the most celebrated politicians too. And of course, you see him within the coalition or no coalition, definitely we are not sleeping. Only that we don't make noise. There are so many politicians. I even had a session with Governor Amechi. I have not been sleeping. I have to make sure I create a closing of blank drive, you know, for people to come and have.
So there's a possibility of Amechi returning to the PDP?
Well, he is free to if he wants to come back.
But when you spoke, Governor, to Peter Obi, did he agree to return to PDP?
These are some of the decisions that are left to Peter Obi, not to me. But I have discussed with him and I told him the PDP is open to all those celebrated politicians who can come and add value to our presidential drive or ambition in 2027. Definitely, I spoke to all of them. So many people that I will not even mention here, but I've just mentioned the key people that I have spoken on behalf of the governors and myself that they should go. I've spoken to President Jonathan. I was the first person to say that if he runs, I will not run. Maybe he's one of the reasons why I said we should just go and sleep. Maybe it's Sheikh from Makinde. So definitely we have spoken to so many people. But Sheikh is even within us. And you have not heard him saying it is a matter of life and death for him to run. So we are free to look for people who will come and add value and present themselves if they so wish. I have spoken to them and I confirm to you, I have spoken to those people and have given them the leverage to take a decision.
Governor Mohammed, just a quick one, right? Reports are indicates that the zoning decision has now split a lot of opinions and interest in some parts of the northern region of the country. As governor of a northern state and leader of the PDP governors, what bridge building process are you engaging with aggrieved northern caucuses or voices who believe that shutting out northerners in the PDP is going to be a big problem for your party in 2027?
No, this is a pigment of imagination. Yes, definitely there are even my supporters who didn't like the way I have given up. But they have to learn that this is a way of live and let live. We have to respect each other. And we want a time when Nigeria will mature to a level where only merit will determine who will become a president, not the issue of tribe or regionalism. But certainly, as you said, you are right, Sean, there are people within my camp that are saying, why should you do that? And I'm taking time to advise, you have not seen it cause any disruptions. Of course, it is something that's on the in the public space. But I believe it is manageable. I have seen some few individuals from FCT talking about it. I have seen some few people from the Northwest and the numerous calls that I got. Bala, why should you do this? You didn't consult us. I said, well, decisions should be taken if you say we are leaders. We are doing it in good faith. And because of the fidelity, the sincerity of it, people are bound to agree that we are doing it in good faith. And you know, the North is a region that is very politically sensitive. And they can easily know why we are doing this. And because of the trust that we have between us as emerging leaders and those people. And they know that at least we have contributed so much to coming. We are able to back out. Definitely, we mean well.
Yeah, quick one. We need to go on our first break. With this zoning arrangement, is your party thinking that the candidate of the party in PDP, should they win the election, will only serve one term? Is that the arrangement?
No. We are going to determine this later when a caucus of the party discuss. But there are some of the calculations. All these issues, I think, Shehu, we should begin to put them aside. At what point would you say, Shehu, that President Tinubu benefited you personally as a Yoruba man? At what point would I say President Buhari of good memory benefited me as a person from the North? We should begin to de-emphasize all these issues. What is absent in Nigeria is good governance. Somebody that will come and take us on this collective journey that we can transcend all these challenges of insecurity, good governance, and management of the economy. Somebody that will come with the right knowledge, with justice and equity. But certainly we are going to discuss this because there are all those issues that must be put to rest and people should be allowed to avoid their opinion. To me, it does not matter if we get a good person. If it is good luck, Jonathan, definitely he is not going to run for second term. If it is Sheyi or Obi, to me, they have all the right to run. But if they agree in order, the way I have considered, to consider they are going to run for one term, That would be excellent. That will make the people, the doubting Thomases, or those who believe in the regional hegemony or regional time frame, to be reassured and to give in. But certainly it is something that's going to be within our collective decision at the caucus.
So I was going to also ask you, in the light of what is going on, and for me, your party has faced a lot of internal wrangling, and when we wonder, you on one hand is the leader of the party because now you lost Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He's dumped your party. There hasn't been an active participation of Goodluck Jonathan, former president. Now Madi Sambo has dumped your party. So it gave you a lot of burden to become an unwritten leader in the face of the PDP. Because Mr. Umar Damagum has also received a lot of criticism. But on the other hand, he's Mr. Yensam Wike, whom a lot of people think maybe you guys are not really cool like that. Have you resolved your differences, or how do you hope that you want to work together? Because Mr. Wike says he's still a member of the PDP.
Yes, membership of the party is at the discretion of the member, and of course, maybe the level of participation of the member will be determined by the activities he does, his loyalty, his discipline, and his contribution. You don't expect a former president to be an active member because he has become a statesman, unless he wants to come back to active politics. Normally, when they become president, former president, they go back to and become fathers of the nation, and that's what President Goodluck is. And for the Vice President Namadi Sambo, he's still an active member of the party because he has denounced the fact that he has left, and he's also a father of the party. As for His Excellency, the Vice President Atiku Abubakar, he has the discretion to leave, and some of those leadership problems was what drove him out. And of course, you can see we are trying to navigate to ensure that, yes, there were issues, but certainly we will not run away and leave the problems. And where he has even gone, there are more problems for him. And so, of course, wherever you go in politics in Nigeria, you will meet problems, and all you need to do is to show leadership and solve the problems. With regard to our relationship with Wike, he was a good friend of mine. And of course, there was a time we had a TikTok in terms of altercations, but have been spoken to by leaders of the party to stop all this. And he too has been spoken to as a former governor and a leader of the party. There was no need. Yes, it is managing a very difficult situation where somebody is somewhere serving somebody that we want to remove and at the same time being a member. But this is what makes us strong, to manage such sensibilities and perception, issues of discipline or indiscipline, confirmation that loyalty has shifted here and there. It is the dynamism of participatory politics that we are managing. And we decided to shut down, just like the Chinese have done in their Mandarin spirit, to solve their problems, and they came out strong. And that's what we are doing as PDP. No need for us to be washing our dirty linings in the public. The best thing is for us to go back and make sure behind the scene we solve our problems, rather than playing to the gallery the way and manner the party in power would want us. So definitely I don't have any much problem with Wike. The only thing is that our closeness has reduced, and we are no longer friends that we were before, because he believes in one thing and I don't believe in what he believes in, and maybe he doesn't believe in what I'm doing. But as a leader of the party, being the chairman of the Governors Forum, it has always been like that. We contribute to the day-to-day running of the party, and we look at the challenges. The same thing with Damagum, because he came as acting and there was a vacuum, and of course issues that had to do with the responsibility or the right of the North Central to produce the next person as per our constitution and the court judgment. We believe in the rule of law. Damagum gets an injunction, a court judgment that he should act, and he has acted. And you can see voluntarily all the members of the National Working Committee agreed to go at the end of their tenure. That is auspicious. We respect them. We appreciate them. And they conducted congresses in so many state chapters without any rancor. Right. And this problem did not degenerate to our state chapters. That is also a mark of capacity by the National Working Committee and some of us. Right. So definitely within the party.
Quickly, let me ask you, in all of this, do you think that whatever that happened a few days ago has healed your party, or you have a lot of healing to do? Because there are those who say what you have done is you have served in the hands of Bola Tinubu and the APC, and it's just going to be an easy ride for APC and Bola Tinubu to win the election even in larger proportion compared to 2023. In fact, there are those who have even accused some of you as working for Bola Tinubu and the APC.
Well, when you have a member like Wike working for Tinubu, definitely they are going to say this, because these are realities on the ground. Well, some of us as leaders, you have heard us loud and clear, we are not working for Tinubu. And of course, we will not work for Tinubu. And the way and manner we are going, as you ask the second leg of the question, that we still have a lot of work to do. And we are not sleeping. We are having sleepless nights because there are boo-boo traps. The current party or government in power, they are only politicking, they are not governing. From day one, we have 2 years to election, we are seeing billboards abusing INEC guidelines and even the Constitution. Everything is about soliciting for defection here and there, and of course creating problem indirectly in other parties. So we are aware of all this, and of course we are using our own sense. We will not divulge to the public what we are doing, but we are completely conscious of our challenges. And as you ask, we are not here, it's not yet Uhuru, because we have issues here and there. Even after our convention, how do we make sure that this tinge of anti-democratic tendencies that the government is exhibiting in terms of intolerance to opposition has not culminated into, complete flagrant disregard for constitution or constitutional provision, and so on and so forth. So we are looking forward to how INEC is going to be reconstituted, whether there will be reform or no reform, and then we know what to do. Certainly, we are not going to take the laws into our hands, but we will use sense and tact to ensure that we navigate very well.
We need to get our BBC ready, set. If you don't have it, please go and register so that you have your BBC ready for 2027. Vote so that we can be able to vote this president out. President Bola Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief, is not for masses. It's not for masses. They kill how many people in Manupashi? Does he send anything to this thing? Nothing. He's also in Brazil, campaign going from country to country. Is it what we vote for, Mr. President? If this thing happened in Lagos or Ogun, you must have been there since. But because it happened in Manupashi, people are there, putting themselves, say, president will come back. All those northerners who don't, unpatriotic northerners, who don't know what they are doing. Wale Soyinka won on protest live. Wale Soyinka, he won on protest during President Buhari. Why don't you go for protest now? The suffering we are suffering, Prof, and the one we are suffering now, which one is higher? Prof, you are sentiment. You are too sentimental because this person is Yoruba, Buhari is a Fulani man. You refuse to come out and lead a protest. I thank Shore. He's a young man, but he come out for protest. He showed that this is what happened. I thank Femi Falana. He always stand by the truth. And all other people from the south who are very good and stand by the truth. Even the former spokesman to PDP, Kola, I thank him. And all Dini Mala, all those ones, they are patriotic Nigeria. Look, what we after is unity of Nigeria, Prof. It is now I know you are not. You set out destroy house in Ogun State during Buhari, you go for protest. But now, masses are suffering, they are killing them, nothing. And the man borrow almost 100 trillion. You did not come out to talk, Prof. You just quiet. So, Prof, you are just silent. One another government come, if you talk, Prof, we will face you because we know you are sentiment and you are selfish. As far as me I'm concerned, I go lolo. President Bola Tinubu, we vote him, we work for him, and we are to drop him. We are dropping him before 12 o'clock is gone. He is gone. He's not coming back. If he like, let him put Wiki as a chairman of ANEC. Let him put secretary to ANEC, Omahi again. Those is boys, those is era boy. It's a lie. He's not coming back. So we cannot go with this Kinapa government, package government, criminal government who are packing money every day, putting for project who somebody give 15 trillion contract and he commission 18 kilometers. Hey, disgrace. 30 kilometers and it's 8 kilometers. Look, Sokoto to Badagiri, 0. Kaduna here to complete the road, 0. All is, Mr. President, thank you very much. We are happy and we wish you successful. We can't go for protest. We can't go for anything writing. We are waiting for the vote. Please don't sell your voter card. Please don't sell your voter card. Please make sure you get a BBC. If you like somebody and you don't have BBC, you can no vote. Please get the BBC ready, set for Atiku. We are going for Abubakar Atiku, former vice president, so that we can, this criminal, we will take them in one cage. Thank you very much.